And it's Friday, 3rd February. The Charlestown Primary School is about to commence with their cross-country kindergarten girls. And the number estimated to be about 13 athletes here vying to see who will come in first place. We have a combination of colors. We have red house, green house, as well as blue. And we zoom in closer to see some of the athletes' faces. The most exciting semester of all 3 semesters, the sports term. And here in Nevis, all the family members, friends, relatives, even fellow villagers come out to support in numbers. And the flag is up, and it's down, and they're off. And here we have Red House leading by a slim margin, soon to be overcome by Blue House. Not certain what the one in the white is, what color house the one in the white is, but I think it's green house. So we have a blue house, a green house, and a red house. Nice mix at the inception here. And these two haven't lost their pace as yet. They are still just as apace as they started. But now I'm told the one in the white is representing the greenhouse. So greenhouse is leading the way, followed by blue, overcome by red. And it's a slim error for margin for greenhouse, as red house and blue house is right there behind them. Right there behind her, trying to keep up as best as they could. And we see we have a supporter. You always see this in Nevis when it comes to the sports storm. We have a supporter, might be a father, might be an uncle, some relative, maybe even a friend.
Look me little neighbor. Look me neighbor.
And the athlete in front, which represents greenhouse, has widened the gap, but we still have a tight fight race going on between red house and green and blue house, sorry, for second place. And there's another red creeping up. But this athlete in front here is losing no momentum at all whatsoever. Just how she has started is the same way she is running at this current moment. And the race is just around the block. Just one is kindergarten, not too long, just around the block and back. So it's a test of endurance for these young athletes. And the race behind for second place, third place, and maybe even fourth place is getting a bit interesting. And there you hear the cheers and the different color houses. And there you see one of the teachers in the greenhouse and another supporter making sure that this athlete in front doesn't lose her position. And the way it's looking, the position is pretty much secured unless the red house athlete behind or the blue house athletes go into overdrive. But greenhouse is looking very good, very comfortable in front. There you hear the bell in the background, so you know we are very close to home. And it seems to be her name is Peaches. So we have Peaches representing greenhouse here in front. And this is now the uphill battle up to the finishing line. And her lead is still very comfortable. Red House seems to have broadened her gap. So Red House is in second place, Blue House in a distant third place. So it looks as it's inevitable to be Green House winning, Red House then Blue House. So Green House came in front, first place. Peaches, I think is the name, and we have Red House coming in second. Very good one by these top three athletes, each representing a color house, so you know each color house is getting a good bit of the spoils as it relates to points. And we have Red House coming in fourth, the daughter of Mr. Woody Brown, the famous Mike's man, commentator for all the sporting events. And we have Green House coming in fifth place, and it looks like Blue House in sixth place. And then we have another Blue House and two Green House, or green and a blue, finishing the race, which is very important and commendable for these young athletes. Kindergarten boys. And we have two Green House and a Red House. Closely accompanied by a blue and a red. So we have Blue House in front with an extremely comfortable lead, followed by two green, looks to be two red behind and a blue. And for these minors, it's a relatively long journey, so of course endurance is the key here. And we have Green House coming for Blue House, and Green House has overtaken Blue House here. So it's now green, blue, with a distant red behind. And Green House is certainly not safe with his lead. Certainly not safe with his lead. And we have Blue House, who once was in first, is now in second. And yes, Green House has been motivated, so he has picked up pace. And we have Blue House in second, Greenhouse. A very interesting race in front here between Blue House and Red House and Greenhouse, sorry. Red is in a distant third. And the most challenging aspect of it is about to come. We're about to go uphill now. And this is where the real battle begins for these youngsters, where the real test of endurance is displayed. And Green has picked up pace just as Blue House think he was about to overtake and come in. First, Greenhouse has picked up pace, and now here comes the challenge uphill. Let's see if Greenhouse has the endurance to maintain his lead and keep Blue House at bay. But it's a very interesting race from beginning, and we have Red who has closed the gap with a not so distant third, but Blue House is still creeping up. Blue House is still creeping up. Blue House is still creeping up. Blue House is still creeping up, and it's who's going to cross the finishing line first, and it looks like Greenhouse followed by Blue House, followed by Red House. And don't look now, but guess who's in fourth place? And it's Remy and Gums. Coming in strong in fourth place is Remy and Gums, the cameraman's son. And now we have Greenhouse in fifth. Coming up looks like it's a red. Followed by green, followed by red, followed by red. Followed by red. So we have another big bunch of great, and everyone seems to be eager for this race as they are jump starting even before the flag has barely gone up. But it's another extremely huge bunch, grade 3 and 4 boys. And they're off.
Let's go, KJ! Run, KJ! Let's go, KJ! Run, KJ!
So it's a race at the top between red and blue.
Let's go, Ike!
And Red House has decided no more will blue be the leader of this pack.
Let's go, Ike!
athlete has come back for his, what he might very well believe is his rightful position. So it's a very interesting battle here at the top between the Blue House and the Red House athlete. And we have a Red House athlete in the distant third, followed by 2 blue and a red. So that's about up to the 6th position. But back in front here we have a very intriguing battle. Between the blue and Red House athlete. And Ike seems to be the name of the athlete in blue who is in front, who was picked up. His pace. Sorry. And the Red House athlete has made this race a very interesting race as he has come back. So it's red and blue neck and neck, still battling for the first place position here, and red is not giving up at all. And we see another Red House athlete just past the corner in the third position and coming with plenty of speed. And so it's red and blue, still here at the top. Neither is giving up or relinquishing the lead for any long period of time, so it's still very interesting to see who is going to cross the finishing line first. But we have another 2 Red House athletes behind battling for 3rd and 4th place, and looks like another 2 blue battling for 5th and 6th. So they are battling in pairs behind, but in front we have blue edging out Red House by just a bit yet again. Red House still not giving up, still very determined not to let that Blue House athlete out of his sight. So it's blue, red again. And it's blue, and it's red, and it's red, and it's blue. Very fascinating battle we have here at the top. And it has been that way from very intriguing battle here at the top. Hasn't lost any of its spice since the beginning. And it's red and it's blue and it's blue and it's red. And you have to admire the determination of the Red House athlete who's been trailing on various occasions in this race but has not decided to relinquish the battle, and at times he's leading as in this case, but here comes the final stretch of the race and Blue House has picked up his pace and Red House has picked up even more. And we have a very interesting battle. Look at their faces as they go. Look at their faces as they go. Red, blue, and red looks determined and red looks as if he was, whoa. And red looks as if he was saving his energy for the latter part of the race. And a remarkable race, a remarkable victory by the Red House athlete, followed by the Blue House athlete, who's been at the top of the race all of the way. And then we have two Blue House athletes coming in third and fourth respectively, followed by two Red House. And Green pretty much has not been in this race, at least not the top portion of the race. So the grade 3 and 4 boys and the race continues. Red House and another Blue House have yet to see a Green House member. And this looks as if it's the first green. And he's being sandwiched between two Red House. So we have the first green coming in about 8th place, followed by another Red House. Well, again. He's something else. Not sure yet. You up in the ear? And we have the penultimate race of the day, the grade 5 and 6 girls. Another very large bunch of athletes assembled together. And they are vying for the top spot. And I think this distance might be a little longer, not sure, but we have one of the athletes here in front, a Red House athlete, starting out with super speed, but as we all know, these races are not for the swift, but who certainly can endure. So let's see if she will be able to maintain her position in front, and apparently not, as she has been overcome by a number of athletes to be through. And we have a Green House athlete in front pushing. Pushing up the hill, still in front, followed closely by number of athletes, varied colors, Green House, Red House, Blue House, all in the mix. So unlike the previous race, we have Green House very much in the mix for the top position. And now this is one of the relatively easy aspects of the race, going downhill. Here's where you will not have to push so hard, so you can sort of regain a bit of your breath. And now Red House is in front, followed by Green House. Greenhouse, both at the top, and for second place we have an athlete on both teams keeping up with each other. And Red House does look good, but Greenhouse looks just as good. And here we have them banked in the corner, and we have a Greenhouse athlete in third place position. Looking good, but a distance behind the other two athletes in front. And the race at the top looks pretty even. The athletes look almost as tall alike, as fit alike, similar build, pretty even. A whole lot of ways, pretty even at the top. So it's Red House, Greenhouse, Greenhouse, Red House, any which way you want to put it. So Greenhouse has taken the lead just by a little, very near margin. She has taken the edge, but Red House is still keeping her eyes on the prize and not allowing it to just slip away that easily. Green will have to fight, Red will have to fight, the both will have to fight if they are indeed. And here we have, they are pretty much even in everything. Now they walk together. So they run together, they compete together, and now they are walking together. Very interesting, but here we have a Greenhouse athlete in third place who just might be edging up. So we have Red House in front walking, Greenhouse trotting behind. And Red House has definitely broadened the gap. Definitely broadened the gap and put a stance or stamp of authority in this race. Followed by Red, and the Greenhouse athletes seem to have fallen out of the race. But there's another Greenhouse athlete or two in the race behind who is competing for third. So Red House is walking, but she's in front. So she's legal to do that. But there's another Red House athlete coming behind who wants that prize as well. And there we have Mr. Barrett, the PS for Ministry of Education. And now this is the uphill. We see that I think her name sounds like Naya. Is on her way uphill. On to victory. Either way, it's going to be Red House. And that is for sure at this moment. So Red House kept her lead and came in first, followed by another Red House who was not so much in the race, but now she's there for second. And then we have Greenhouse athlete coming in third. And here we see the greenhouse athlete mom being her heroine. So we have red house in fourth, but there's another athlete coming behind. I'm not certain which color house, but she's might be a blam blam. Might be. Mr. Kevin Barrett, the PS for the Ministry of Education. Mr. Barrett, the PS for the Ministry of Education, here to support. And past principal of the Charlestown Primary School.
Just got fish in there.